This message that I'm gonna talk, this what I'm about to talk about may be a little emotional for some people, and then others it may not be, and some of you may have not even come to this place yet. But let's get started, because this is a topic that needs to be spoken about. It's pertaining to people as they age, as you get older. As you get older, from the beginning, you don't think much about it, except you may just, always giving gratitude and thanks for being able to live to see a new day, a new year, another age, still being healthy in your right mind with your strength and body. But then there comes a time when you're like maybe in solitude and you start to think about your age. You think about the people that you normally would either hang out with or contact on the phone. You realize that you end up getting into a routine. The routine can be anything from getting up every morning and having a cup of coffee and a cigarette, or having a cup of tea, and going for a walk around in your garden. The routine could also be that you start your day with meditation and prayer, but you find yourself getting in a routine. And at that moment, you have to make a decision. Is it a good routine? Or is it just something that you're doing just to pass time? We all know that anything you do for 21 become a habit. So we also know it takes about 21 days to break that habit completely. Now, suppose that you were a person that was very loving and kind, giving all your life. You've always been that kind of a person. And then one day you find yourself in a position where you need some assistance. And you go and reach out to people that you felt like that you were kind to, showed appreciation to, compassion. And you learn that they don't have that for you. Then it makes you want to take a step back in your mind and say, what? You mean to tell me all of these years that I've been showing love and kindness, compassion, being emotionally available for others, there's no one there for me? It makes you wonder if you've been living your life in vain, of living a certain way. But that is who you are. You are a loving and kind and generous person and compassionate. That's part of your DNA. That's who you were designed and made to be. And no one and no thing can change that but you. Yeah, you might get to the place where you feel like that, I don't think I want to be this person anymore. I don't want to be kind and generous to everybody anymore. It's time for me to just focus on me. I think instead of me always giving, I need to start holding back. There is a lot of decisions that need to be made, whether they be good or bad. But you need to make those decisions. Think about all the young people that you helped throughout your life. How you took people in. How you defended others in their time of need. But you may not have had not one person come to your rescue in your time of need. You start looking at relationships differently. You notice as you get older, there are less suitors, or you've gotten to a place now where you only want a specific kind of person in your life. Maybe you changed your ways. Or maybe you're just starting to see everything more clear than you have before. You know you're a good looking woman or man. And you was that younger. But there's certain kind of qualities that you're looking for now. And you don't want to settle for less. What about those people that silently fade away? And is it because they want to? Or they feel like they don't have anything left or nothing to offer? If your sex drive seems to fail you, there are alternatives. But from past knowledge of what I know, most people that feel like that they was like the life of the party because they had all of this drive within them, when I'm trying to be nice about it, when that fade away, that they fade away too. Because that was the only thing that they was living for, to be able to perform. What about raising children that wasn't yours and yours? As you get older, you notice that your family decides to start to spread out. Everybody wants to be independent, and you all for that. That makes you feel like that your job was done. But how many of them come back and they tell you thank you? Show you any form of gratitude for the sacrifices that you made. And many of them don't know about the sacrifices that were made. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean that you have to fade away. It doesn't mean that you have to go in seclusion, sit in a rocking chair, and just wait until. No. Stay active. Start exercising. Go for a walk. Meet new people. And you may even meet you a new person. A new relationship. Be more adventurous than you ever been before. Don't take life lying down, sitting down. I remember a man years ago. I think I was in my early 30s. I think I was in my early 30s, and he was much younger than me. And there was, I know some of y'all gonna remember this. When they came out with these mobile chairs and stuff, they was just giving them away to people that was getting government benefits. And I remember quite often I would get calls about that. I don't want that. I don't need it. All right, don't take something just because it's free, because that could be the end of you. You know what I mean? So this young guy, I think he was like 26 years old, but he was overweight. I mean, not to the point where he couldn't walk, but he was a bit overweight. He had quite a nice sized belly pouch. And I used to watch him walking up and down the street. And then one day I went to go see my friend girl. We had been friends for over 28 years. And I saw him. I think we called him Flip. I might have messed his name up. I think we called him Flip. And one day I was leaving my friend girl's house, And I saw him on one of those things. I mean, just riding around. And I told him, I said, bruh, don't get accustomed to that chair. I said, because that chair can hurt you. I said, cause you to get to the place where you don't want to walk no more, and then you're going to find yourself having some health problems. I said, you still need to get up out that chair and walk. He said, oh, I just do this because I want to. I said, okay. I said, but don't get attached to that chair. A few weeks later, I come back to the neighborhood, and I asked my friend girl, I say, where's Flip? She said, Flip died. I said, what the fuck? You know, because I'm trying to understand this here. Oh, what you mean? Yeah, he died. What I'm saying is, don't stop moving. Don't stop being active. If you don't have a creative bone in your body, get on the internet if you have to. Find you a group that you can get in. Start your own. Tell your neighbors, hey, we're going to start walking and go for a walk. Tell your neighbors, hey, let's pool our money together and get on a casino bus. Okay? Get your neighbors together, you know, or a few friends. You get your friend and let your friend get their friend, and so on, and y'all go have a barbecue or something at the park. Go to the beach. Find out which one of y'all birthday is coming up, and go rent a spot in a club, a lounge or something. Y'all go dancing. Dancing is good for the body as well as the soul, and it moves in a stagnant energy as well as remove that negativity in your mind that tell you that you can't when you can. Say that you won't when you will. Tell you that you're old, but you ain't. They used to have a saying, say, the only thing that get old is clothes. You better believe that. Don't take it. Don't allow yourself to fade. Don't allow yourself to cease to exist. When it comes to relationships, sometimes some people feel, let me put it like that, some people feel like that they're not good enough. Nobody wants them because of their age. Society has persuaded men and women that they need somebody younger. Well, God may bless you with a young person, but that does not mean to take people that are older and put them inside of an envelope and seal them away and mail them off. We have young children. You may have had children at 18, 23, 33 years old, even younger than that. They have their own life. But at the same time, in the event that something was to happen where you don't have the access to your life the way you used to, the livelihood or whatever, you have children that want to put you in an old folks' home. Come out of here with that madness. They have a lot of assisted living homes and apartment homes, and also the ones for active people. And to be honest with you, just the name itself is enough to deter a person. Because a lot of people are not trying to accept that they're old. And I don't think you are. I think you're just wise. I just think that you've matured. I don't see old. And don't let nobody keep calling you old, because that'll get in your spirit and you'll start believing that. Them babies, I'm calling them babies because they used to be babies. The babies will tell you, You old. No, motherfucker, I ain't old. But when it comes to dance or something, you can still drop it like it's hot and they can't even get down. When it comes to running, they can't even keep up with you. You smoke their ass before they even take their first 5 steps. When it come to lifting weights, they over there just getting it all the way up to their knee, and you able to take it all the way up. You know, there's a song said there's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, and a lot of times people think love is actually hate. I mean, because there's a lot of people that's selfish, and they don't think. I do wish there was more compassion, more respect for older people that have knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I really wish there was. And I do believe that there is going to be a time where many people are going to want to know, as well as reverence older people that have knowledge, because they're going to need that. I don't want to make this video too long, so talk to you about some more later.